Hello everyone and welcome to the 20th episode of my Dark Souls 3 Let's Play. So in this episode I go through the rest of Irithyll, the bit after Pontiff, and Anor Londo as well. And I started off with possibly the stupidest thing ever, which is just wonderful. Now, the next episode I do will probably be very sluggish, because I haven't been playing much Dark Souls recently. In fact, I haven't played it for about 2 weeks. So, don't expect much, I guess. And then, like, Deacon's exact same issue as the rats. I feel like a lot of enemies actually suffer from the same issue, in my opinion. They all, like, they're just annoying. Which I guess is just a really petty thing to call them. Which it is. I completely stuttered there. I was like, which... Another thing, like, the arrows, they literally move as you're moving. I remember I was playing Dark Souls 1, and in the Duke's Archives, at the beginning after the first elevator, like, depending on which one you shoot, if the archer, you won't get this if you haven't played the first game, but the archer, like, even if, well, that was close actually, I didn't even know, like, I don't remember what happened. And the first archer, like, he shoots, and if you turn, the arrow will literally move, depending on where you go. And the thing is, like, I guess, it makes game logic, but it doesn't make sense. If what I just said makes any sense. Okay, that was strange. I was just in the back, but then, like, flipped over backwards. I just, like, pushed back in my chair, as if you could see that. I'm so silly. And there's my fashionable entrance, which doesn't even work fashionably. Typical. So I honestly don't remember what happened here. Here, I remember. I was trying to see, because I know in Dark Souls 2, like, it's quite easy, like, many people, or at least now, because Dark Souls 2 is a game for people who play it. People actually, like, they sprint and inventory manage at the same time. So I was wondering if that was possible in Dark Souls 3. That's literally it. Also, after this, I think I'm going to play the Dark Souls games in reverse order. Except I'm going to be playing Dark Souls 2 blind, because I'm getting it soon. It's already been ordered, and then once I finish this I'm going to play the second one, completely blind, preferably. And then I'm going to play the first one, which is nowhere near blind. It was my first Dark Souls game. First Souls game, actually. I actually do need to get a new scythe. But it seems like, I don't want to do anything off camera, but I don't want to bore you with farming either. And I don't want to bore myself with farming either. I mean, I think that's making do it. How do I even walk into that? And how was that not backflip either? The only good thing about this weapon is really just out on specialty, so it's easy to upgrade, as well as its bleed effect, which I'm sure is found on other sites as well. As usual, I believe they have a pretty high drop rate, considering I get a lot of items from them. They okay, that was literally, that entire section was just a lucky escape completely. This section is pretty much trivial, considering it's what I've been doing last episode as well. I guess that just shows how good I am, huh? It's good how they revert to archery, just if you move back more than 5 meters, really. Why did I roll there? Oh right, stop with 3 hitboxes. I don't know why I tried that. Especially considering it said it was lies. I mean, that was just fault number 2. For some reason, plunging attack didn't work. I'm really like unopinionated because I don't know how I was feeling at the time. Which I guess gives me the most unbiased commentary possible. And possibly the least informative. As usual, I have the inevitable cough. I guess it happens when I speak really low. Like, my voice just forgets to start working, and then it just stops working altogether. I guess that means I'll start putting more emotion into my voice now. But not today. Today's already too cold. I just noticed you can hear their chanting, they're just like... It's just a subtle thing which wasn't very subtle when it was being developed, I guess. Like, it's something you don't notice. No, it's something you do notice, but you never pay attention to, really. See, I'm developing as a human being from a bunch of mumbles. That's impressive, isn't it? Say yes. No, I mean, seriously, say yes, okay? Why haven't you said yes yet? I already said say yes. Oh, you're a hopeless case. I'm still not putting any emotion into what I'm saying. I guess that puts the least strain on my voice. Oh, that was weird. I'm not sure if you noticed, but I went over the message and the sound popped up because I clicked it, but nothing actually showed up. I guess I was too fast for it. We're Anor Londo. I believe this is about the second time that they reused material. Not literally reuse material, but reuse ideas. Although I can't really... No, I believe it's the first one. The second and third being here quite shortly. In the form of Aldrich and Dragon Slayer. Funnily enough, the third time Dragon Slayer's, ideas being used.
Name thyself, stranger. I am Yorshka, captain of the Dark Moon Knights. What beckoned thee to such a place? If thou'st come stumbling here, this tower is a prison. Thy presence shall invoke the ire of the tyrant son of harm, though 'twas a rare delight to converse with another.
Easily.
May the Dark Moon...
Release the
Thou
automatic
thinks
answer.
this tower is a... I bid thee leave. May the Dark Moon...
Or one
Thou
answer.
this... I bid thee leave.
Whichever.
May the Dark Moon watch over thee.
Whichever works for you. And then here is a tower leading to someplace familiar. If you were paying attention before, there was a place named Yorshka. A bonfire specifically. So isn't that a coincidence? Oh, the most treacherous drop, huh? That's all the items, because they don't even bother to make it interesting for you. Which is unfortunate. And I'm probably very lucky that I landed there. because full damage here multiplies like a beast. Here we go, the church of one and only Yorshka. And we shall go to Anor Londo. Now I don't know why, but for this, I just decided to lose any kind of common sense. Just because I was being impatient, really. So this fight is kind of not very nice. But the more trouble it is for me, the more entertainment it is for you. Whoa. See, I continue to surprise myself just because I think I should do this more often, just completely forget what I was going on about. At least the better reactions in post-commentary. Well, what I'm learning right now is that I'm irrational and I'm a good dodger. Essentially the opposite of what I said. That reach was unbelievable. And I'm surprised I didn't hit him, to be fair. If this were any other time, it would. I'm not even quite sure how I managed to do this, really. I do that for the sake of invincibility frames, which really nearly backfired. Fortunately I managed to kill one, which means I don't really have any use for the thing I brought up, which actually if you go on it then they cease to follow you. So if you're in too much trouble you can do that. And as per usual they're left with a smidge of health. So knowing I can do better, which I can, I decided to go through it again, being a little bit more rational. I know it's the second time I'm using it, but works once, it works twice, you know? I really like how they... Yeah, I was waiting by the bonfire just to see what the kind of range for it was, when it would realise that there's an enemy, which happens to be right when they're off the stairs. And I'm trying to run, yes. Okay, and a thing that I like, which I believe was introduced in the second Dark Souls game, is a way that they kind of look like they're on shift, because they're all moving and they're doing their own patrolling, which just adds a whole... Whoa, okay. That was like speedrunner level, like dodge. And it just puts a whole lot more depth into the game. Because it just... I guess it makes you wonder what's happening. Which is really just rush fuel. But yeah, it just... It puts a lot more depth into the already confusing lore. Which is just what we needed. Now, of course, I'm not going to go the right way. I have to go the extra way, because I'm extra. And here was the red-eyed Silver Knight. But for some reason, I feel like I found it easier than the first one. Or first two, to be honest. Which shows something. Red eyes do not mean a thing. Unless, of course, your doll has red eyes. Then I think you might want to kind of get out of there. Remember when, and actually there still is, like, the option for red eyes, except before it was mandatory. That was freaky, you know, because, like, especially for children who don't know that this happened, and you wonder, like, why on earth does this person have red eyes? I have never seen anybody with red eyes except for a vampire, and I'm pretty sure those don't exist. Unless my mum was lying to me. I guess it just shows how much technology has evolved in the past 20 years. We've managed to change red eyes into blue eyes. What an improvement. The thing is, our games from 20 years ago worse because that was really lucky. They worse because the hardware didn't have the capability, or computers were just not good enough, and they were able to program a game this detailed without it, or were people just not good enough at programming back then? Which I guess is a difficult question, like what were the limitations of humans 20 years ago and what's the limitations of them now? That would be a really cool question to get, like, sucked into. Just like, what caused the so-called massive, well, we're in the age of information, aren't we? What caused this information spike? Like, why has everything gotten so much more detailed in the past few years, while our ancestors managed to create a computer, which I think, out of nothing, is possibly one of the biggest achievements whatsoever. And I'm waiting for the time when artificial intelligence is mainstream. Not because I'm excited to see it, because I just want to see how it will turn out. Which I guess makes me an anomaly, I suppose. I want to see how things will turn out. And I guess that's due to my impatient nature. I don't really care about what methods. I just want to see a result. Which probably isn't very good, is it? So what we've developed from this monologue is that I'm an impatient person who expects other people to do things for them. Who also manages to not get hit by anything whatsoever. Like, I knew that was such a late reaction, but that guy, his dagger literally went over me, even though it should have hit me. So this episode is just unbelievably filled with luck. I don't even know why I tried that. Now, I know what happened, but I just wanted to see what was in the chest, and I guess that was a good idea. I wonder if he's actually up on the ceiling if you check. The amount of time it takes for large doors to open, like, the tension there is unbelievable. And then he managed to see the inside of its head, and there are tons of eyes, and it's chasing you. So you race as fast as you can, and you mash the A button as he appears there. And before you know it, it thinks it's there, and you get out of that bonfire. That was my god-awful, storytelling voice. Hope you enjoy. So I got 2 ashes, mainly because I think this is the first episode in a while where I'm actually doing stuff in Firelink. When was the last time I actually entered in Firelink? That must have been a very long time ago.
That is good, this was neat.
So I can give him the Estus Shard and the Giant's Call, which I believe is the only one with, in my opinion, it's the only one with interesting text, like an interesting response. And I'm just here checking what else I could make with it, and I probably won't do anything, but it's still interesting.
Pretty.
And it just tells me, okay, that's so mean.
Welcome home, speak that. Very well, then touch the canary.
Still continuing the dexterity build, which I feel is wasted on that character since I don't have any good dexterity weapons. And funnily enough, I've never actually gotten the Onikiri and Ubadachi because I always just ran past those 3 in the courtyard. Like, on my first character. I've been saying like way too many times, and I really can't finish this. So I hope you've had a great time watching. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave a like, and if you want to see more, please subscribe. It means a lot to me. It means so much that I can't even say. Well, anyway, bye! Oh, God.